So I just want to start out today's video by saying on record, I think that threatening me or threatening somebody that I know is probably one of the most ingenious ways not to get me to shut up about something. It's been 4 weeks since my motorcycle crash and I'm still out here riding with a broken foot. Telling me not to do something or not to say something is a surefire way to get me to... I can't swear in the intro. Telling me not to do something or telling me not to say something is a surefire way to get me to actually do that thing. I can't help myself, man. For a little bit of context, last night I was doing a live stream. I do these live streams on TikTok sometimes, mainly as a way for people to kind of get to know me better as a person. Like, I'm not in character at all. I just kind of sit down in front of a camera and I answer people's questions and I just talk about like personal things in my life. During one of these live streams, I was having people ask me like, how am I healing during the crash? How was I dealing with like processing everything? One of the things I was very frustrated with talking about, I meant to make a video about this like far in the future. I feel like it's still a little bit soon to talk about any of this stuff. Right after my accident on the V4, I had to deal with a lot of really just dumb, stupid drama. And I had to make videos about this dumb, stupid drama while I'm laying in bed trying to heal from this motorcycle crash. It sucked, bro. And again, I still feel like it's a little bit too soon to talk about any of that, so I'll save that for a future video. But point is, still something that affected me quite deeply. One of those instances of drama was this just dumb, stupid lady going on the internet, making a video talking about how I faked my motorcycle crash and how I didn't actually have real road rash.
Did I fake my motorcycle crash?
Hey, kiddo.
Of course it does heal in a week. Look at that. The deeper stuff obviously fucking takes way longer. My arm's still like covered in it, but yeah, the surface area stuff, that's fine. That heals quick.
Yeah, that's all well and good. The problem is you didn't have road rash.
I just didn't understand that getting into a motorcycle accident was a dick measuring contest to see who had this shit worse. But clearly, going down at highway speeds is gonna leave some fucking marks. If you're gonna fake an accident, at least do it with full gear on, right? I think I can show a little bit of that. That's not blood. But yeah, all of this right here is road rash.
You want to see what road rash looks like? It's right on my kneecap, so, you know, there isn't much flesh. So just to show you what it looks like a year later.
I think it's fair to say that everybody in the bike community knows somebody who's either gone down or died on these things. And even people who I don't even like, when they go down, I make a point to be like, hey bro, I'm glad you're still here. You don't fucking go up to them and be like, oh, I crashed worse than that. Because we're at the point now where we're dick measuring motorcycle accidents. And I'm like, this is leading down a bad path. I don't get it.
You would think that as an Eagle Scout.
Also, the Boy Scout thing, that's a little weird. Just say you can't build a fire in the middle of the woods. Just say that.
This is one of the dumbest claims I've ever seen in my life. I can't even... I don't know. I still have the road rash, bro. It's still healing. It's like, the fact that I had to prove that, and the proof that we're getting into this, like, measuring contest about, oh, like, how bad is a motorcycle crash? It's dumb. Like, oh, your crash isn't as bad as my crash. Like, that's a horrible thing to think about in the bike community, considering that so many of us go down and have to deal with that. Because let's be real, it's a matter of when, not if. You're gonna go down eventually if you ride these things. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, that's a fact of life. People making fun of me for it, that's whatever. That's just comes with the trick of the trade. But this lady was just being unexceptionally dumb, and I felt the need to call it out, and I did. And so here's what I said in my live stream. Roll the clip, sir.
The one lady who was like, oh, that's not real road rash. Let me show you real road rash. And she showed a little tiny fucking scab on her knee, bro. I wanted to fucking laugh so goddamn hard. Did you know her husband called me? Her husband fucking got my number somehow and called me? Fucking bananas. She says something dumb on the internet. I respond to it pretty politely. And her husband calls me? That's so weird, bro.
Yeah, so that's what I said in my live stream, and about 5 minutes after I said that, I received this text message. Basically, it was someone just threatening me, or they're threatening somebody that I know and I care about, because they know that they can't use my real name against me anymore, because I outed myself. I outed myself in my own real name, so you can't use that against me. I don't really care, because here's the thing, I live on my own. I don't live with my family anymore. I don't live with any friends. That's why I feel like I can come on the internet and really say whatever I want, because I feel like even if someone put a gun to my head, I'm still going to sit there and spit in their face and just say whatever. So now what this person is doing is coming after me by threatening somebody that I know. Now, I know I can't necessarily prove without beyond a reasonable doubt on who was sending this message, but given that I said those things about 5 minutes before this happened, and the dude has called me before, I'm gonna let you guys be the detectives and come to your own deductions on that one. So I guess the point of me making this video is I basically just wanted to say, hey, if you want me to not say something and not readdress things or talk about them again, don't go threatening me, because I'm just gonna bring it up 5 times more. I love to talk, bro. Talking is one of my favorite things to do in the world. My mouth is my second most favorite appendage, and you can think of my favorite one. It's my fingers, of course, to pull clutches. These people are just dumb, bro. And yeah, I've heard the arguments like, oh, these people are just doing this for clout or whatever. Oh, they want your attention, Matthew. Oh, my counterpoint to that is, if these people are doing it for clout, going out of their way to threaten somebody, like threaten somebody who does content for a living, it is an unequivocally dumb way to achieve any level of fame or clout, whatever you're looking for. Because even if you, let's say you blow up from it, whatever. Oh, you blew up from threatening somebody, cool. That's going to be your mark on the internet, because the internet is forever. Doesn't matter 5 years, 10 years from now, people are still going to be bringing it up, dude. That's why I don't feel like shame about calling these people out, calling this really shitty behavior out. These people are stupid, and that's all they're ever going to be. If anything else comes from it, I'll let you know. I'm not going to the cops about any of this, dude. That's just dumb. What are the cops going to do? Nothing. They could probably look up a number, figure out where it's coming from. Like, what? Again, nothing's probably going to come from it. It's just really dumb behavior. Just when it comes to like motorcycle injuries and stuff, if you ride a motorcycle for like any extended period of time, just know that like you're gonna crash eventually, okay? It's if you actually ride your motorcycle instead of just making videos in a garage somewhere or making videos like standing in front of your bike, doing whatever, using Matthew Woods in your fucking title so that way you get views. Just know if you actually ride these bikes and actually continue to ride and support this hobby, just know it's gonna happen eventually. You're gonna crash and you're gonna crash hard. And I'm saying this as someone who, even after I just crashed, I'm continuing. I'm not wearing gear. I know people are gonna be like, oh, you said you would, and I'm like, yeah, I did, didn't I? Whatever, bro. That's just the reality of this hobby, and they're gonna be dumb people no matter what. Anyway, fuck those people. Live your lives. People are gonna be dumb no matter what, especially if we're gonna make a change in the world, so.